Well, I did think it was a bit of a long shot, to be absolutely honest with you, that people would turn up. I mean, everybody's so busy these days, aren't they? And really it's not a big event, is it? 500 shows, most of my life. It's very quiet. Still can't believe nobody came.
We're behind you!
Oh, look at that!
Oh, you've got to start with some wonderful cliche panto theatre. It's the 500th Photowalk show, 500 episodes. And here we are, still going, supported by you. Your ears have been the why and the how, as well as our wonderful patrons, our extra milers and show supporters, along with those who travelled with us to the Isle of Wight and Scotland for our annual retreats, those who've been on the workshops like Encounters, those who've travelled to far-off places like India and the Gambia, our guests, our show friends, and even the other listener. And what has happened since we launched in the summer of 2020? Well, we changed format and name once, went from Photography Daily to the Photowalk. A show that happened by accident, really, when one week the Friday guest decided, I can't turn up, and we didn't have a standby. So I gathered some feedback and headed out with a mailbag instead, and here we are. As for what happened in the world, don't get political, Neil, well, there's been a fair bit. Lockdowns came and thankfully went. A certain Wordle obsession gripped just about everyone, mainly my mother-in-law. TikTok danced its way into the mainstream. AI became the newest kid on the block, and yes, we've all had to learn the joy of Zoom freezes. Through all that, we've just kept walking and talking and walking and talking, one show at a time. There's no mailbag this week, but as you've heard, there's a wonderful, wonderful collection of those who answered the call to come and walk near our UK base on what was the RAF's and USAF's airbase Greenham Common, which returned to common land for folk like us to walk across. And the most dangerous thing you'll find here now is a grumpy-looking Frisian. So, thank you to those whose voices you will hear on this show, walking alongside me to celebrate our 500th, our community. It's really just an amble and a chat about, well, our community's love for making pictures, along with the lens pouch of random questions. Thank you also to our current sponsor, arthelper.ai. Now, if you've ever thought, look, I've got some great work here, I think I could sell this stuff online, but you don't really know where to start, that's where arthelper.ai does the tricky bits for you. You can get 30 days free with code Photowalk when you go to arthelper.ai. So, shall we walk? Checklist out. Coffee. Oh yes, check. Garibaldi's. 6 packets to share around, actually. Check. Walking boots. Check. Have you got some spare film or an extra SD card? Oh yes, I have. Check. And have you got your special speech script, Neil, for the bit right at the end? The Oscars acceptance one? You know, yeah, I've got that one. Let's walk.
Some of those that are walking on this 500th show, I think I know reasonably well now. I've spent some time with Anne in Scotland. We had a bonny time, is what we should say.
We did. It was a great time. It was a really great time.
What was your favourite part of Scotland that we visited?
The lochs.
Oh.
The lochs are beautiful.
Loch Marie.
Yeah, Loch Marie. Yeah, I'm glad you can remember it because, it all rolls into one.
Don't say that. The scenes are all different.
Yes, but it was beautiful. And the best thing was that it was a really good bunch of people we were with. And Lynn was great and the food was superb. So, couldn't fault it.
Food is wonderful. Right, we've got these questions, Anne. And it's in my lens pouch in my bag there.
Next to Garibaldi's.
Next to the Garibaldi's. Reach in, grab a question. There we go. And this is the one you're going to answer.
Do you talk to yourself when you're shooting?
Ah.
No?
No?
No.
Really?
I don't know. Do I get
Am I a bit strange that I do?
What do you say to yourself when you're shooting?
Well, I'm normally I chastise myself a lot.
Yes, I can.
I'll look through it and I think, look at that. Don't do that. That's wrong light.
I don't need to do that.
What, because you're so perfect?
Obviously, Neil. I don't need to chastise myself.
I chastise the people that are in my photographs as well. So if I'm at a wedding and I think, oh, there's a lovely moment. Oh, don't move out that light. No, come back in.
Yeah, in that respect, if somebody's in the way of the light, like you say, the light's not right, then I might think, that was a waste of time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good enough to put on Instagram. That won't get many likes.
Do you?
Or if I'm taking it for the camera club, it's like, that will never win.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. So that flippant no.
Yeah.
Go on, pick another one.
And put my hand in your bag.
I know it looks a bit suspect.
Just
take one question. Right, what have you got?
What was the first camera you ever owned and do you still have it?
See, that's a nice question. That's not too challenging, is it?
But it is, because, I've had quite a few cameras. It was a Canon, but I can't remember the number of it. And I have still got it, but no lenses to fit on it.
Did you not have like an Instamatic or something?
No, not really. I didn't really start photography until I was married. Wasn't encouraged. My granddad was a photographer. My dad developed his own photographs. My brother is a very good photographer, but I wasn't encouraged, really.
You are now the photographer of the family, though, aren't you?
Well, Ian's a good photographer.
Is he?
Yeah.
What does he shoot?
He shoots all sorts. He used to do Namibia.
Oh, right. Oh, wow, some travels.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's done some good photographs.
Yeah.
But, so it's in the family.
I know that so often on the podcast I say, you're living my dream, or you're living the dream, or you've got the job I want. Hang on, you got in there before I did. Nicola, you have got the job that I want. Describe it.
Hi, Neil. So I go out to film and TV sets and take stills and BTS photos of the shows being made, which is great fun.
I want to manage this. It's changed across the years, hasn't it? Because I did do for a very, very short amount of time some stuff on set when it was film cameras, and this really grumpy set photographer said, well, he gave me a whole load of rules and then a whole load of expletives of what would happen to me if any of the actors turned round because I'd made a large click, and he had the blimpy thing and I wasn't allowed to have it. So it has changed.
It definitely has changed. A few years ago you wouldn't be able to do it anywhere near as easily as you can now. We have silent cameras, so it makes it much easier, but you still have to avoid the main film camera and the boom and getting out of the actor's eye line, so it's not easy.
No.
But it's definitely easier than it was.
Do you use the Nikon that you're carrying with you today, which is that beautifully green-covered one?
The
ZF.
Yes. Nikon ZF. This is my backup camera.
Oh.
I have a couple of Nikon Z8s that are my workhorses for my job. So,
what shows have you worked on that I would know?
Silent Witness.
Oh, straight in there with a big E.
Bit gory.
Yes. And then I've done, there's a great show called Will and Ralph Should Know Better for UK TV, and there was a BBC drama that I worked on last year as well, and last week I was on this amazing horror film, big feature film, which is based around the Wizard of Oz story, which is going to be amazing as well. Lots of other little shorts and things. So.
Did you spend a long time away doing this?
I haven't yet. You can do, but I've ended up doing mostly stuff that's fairly local to me, so I've been able to come home at night. So I'm in the Midlands, so there's a lot of film and TV stuff being made in the Midlands at the moment.
Did you get a job like that? Just asking for a friend?
Well, I've got a background in theatre photography, and so I do a lot of theatre work, so it's taking pictures of actors and performances and storytelling and things, and then decided that I wanted to do something a bit different. And I thought, oh, there's lots of film and TV stuff in our local area, so I'll have a go at getting into that side of things.
Wonderful job. Oh, I can't say... well, I'm just completely envious. I can't wrap it any other way. I think that sounds like a marvellous photographic career. Right, you need to pick out of the lens pouch there. There's a question. Pick one out, have a good little ruffle around, and there we go.
Exciting raffle.
It's like a raffle, but without. Well, there are some prizes actually. There's some famous, not so famous flasks. What have we got here? What's the question? You read it.
If photography was banned, what would you do instead?
No, I can't think why we'd ban it.
No.
Oh, there are countries that might. Having said that, what would you do? Yeah, I mean, this is your life.
It is. I can't imagine photography being banned. It's such a cathartic outlet, and I love it so much. But I also love working on film sets, and I love the creativity of the other people that I'm working with and watching their skill set and what they're doing and how all of those things contribute towards making the final product. Being able to sort of watch the magic that goes on behind the scenes to see the final product is incredible. There are lots of jobs in that I think I'd be interested in. So there's obviously the film camera element. I don't know if that's banned as well, but...
No, that's banned.
Yeah, okay.
And just making life harder.
Then I really like the design side of it as well. I love watching how the people who design the sets pull in all these tiny little details.
Yes.
And I think when you're a photographer, you've got an eye for sort of observing all the little details there and what makes it work and the actual structure of what the camera sees and things. So, yeah, I think I'd like to be involved in design and film and TV sets.
What a fabulous life. Nikki, I think you've travelled a bit of a way to be here, haven't you?
Yes, I've come from northwest Leicestershire. It's about 2 hours away, but definitely worth the trip.
Have you had your jabs?
Yes, I have, definitely. More than enough.
Well, welcome to Greenham Common. In the sunshine. We're being bathed in sunshine right now.
I know, it makes a change, doesn't it?
It does.
I was a bit worried about the weather. I did check the forecast, but all good today.
Oh, I kept looking at it. I looked at it more than one of the brides I speak to probably looks at her day, or a groom for that matter, looks at his day. And I saw this bit in the middle, which there was no rain, and it was this day. So thank you, whoever organised the weather. Thank you. So what do you like to photograph? What's your thing?
I've moved more. I've had a little dabble with everything over the years, but I've moved more into not street particularly, but urban city life. I think is my thing at the moment.
Okay.
So had a little dabble with that. I'm quite enjoying it.
Landscape?
Done that in the past. Yeah, I always like a good landscape. I did a wedding this week as well, which is a bit out of my comfort zone, but you know.
That's interesting actually, because when people choose to do weddings, you've done a few, have you? I assume.
That was my second one in 15 years. Yeah.
Okay. How did you feel? I mean, you said you felt out of your comfort zone, but after a while, I always find if you take a couple of frames, that sets you up. You're off.
I feel like a bit of an imposter, to be fair.
Did you?
But looking at what's come out of it, I'm really pleased. It was a special favour for a special family.
Oh, that's lovely. So you knew the family.
I did, yes, I did.
Good. Right, I've got a question in my camera pouch here. You lean into there. It's just in that one. There we go. And then when you read it out loud, please, for me, then you can answer it.
Do you think about your legacy when you shoot?
Oh, we've got a deep one, Nikki.
I know.
A deep one. You've got the deep. Let's move over here a bit, because I think we've stopped because somebody's looking at something. Maybe they've spotted a bird or something.
My legacy? Yes, I print, every year I print an album out for the family of anything good that's happened, not just the holidays, anything fun, anything sad. And I feel like I'm leaving that for my children to look at later, hopefully. They won't bin them when I'm gone.
Well, legacy is important though, isn't it? I think that's one of the reasons where I talk a lot about purpose. I know I use this P word a lot, but I think legacy and purpose pretty similar kind of thing for me with family work.
Yes, definitely. Over the years I must have took thousands of the children and just little situations, and I just hope that it gives them some memories to look back on when I'm gone. That leave my legacy to my family.
Go on then, pick another one. We answered that one quite quickly, so here we go.
Let's have a look. What's the weirdest thing in your kit bag right now? Well, the one I'm holding today or my usual kit bag?
Either or, the weirdest thing out of either.
Probably got a COVID test in there, which is a bit weird.
Yeah, well.
Not something I normally carry around with me, but yes, I've got a purpose for that one later. So
okay, oh blimey.
But no, I wouldn't normally have that in my kit bag, but probably a needle and thread or something.
Needle and thread.
Yeah, just in case something.
Needle and thread actually very good for weddings.
Exactly.
You're always going to have a situation, a scenario, a moment where somebody says, oops, me button's gone.
Exactly. That was me just before I set off my wedding on Sunday, sewing my buttons back on. So it did come in handy that time. But yeah, all manner of weird stuff in there. Always got some tissues as well.
Of course.
Never throw without my tissues.
Of course. James is one of those peculiar creatures that doesn't have Instagram. This is why you look so fresh-faced, James.
It is. It's very true. Yes.
I know that just a moment ago somebody was trying to talk you into it, and why don't you have it? Is social media something you don't do, or is Instagram that sort of platform that you just don't want to be involved with?
I don't know if it's anything specifically. It's just one of those things. I've never been into social media. The only reason I've got a Facebook account is for my work. That's literally it.
Yeah.
So I suppose it's the time you really need to get the most out of the platform, that you need to invest in it. Plus, obviously, you've got comments and that kind of stuff. But generally speaking, it's just something I've never really been interested in primarily.
So in other words, you don't, because you don't have an account, you've never been on it really to have a look around.
No. So I'm definitely missing out on seeing some, people's amazing work. Absolutely.
But there's other receptacles for that. There's Vero. There's this new Photowalk,
which I must confess, I was not familiar with before.
No. Photo with an F, because that's trendy, James.
Okay.
Right.
I don't understand this youth speak.
In your bag, there's some pretty impressive looking zooms in there. So if I had to, this could be a good game. If I had to guess what genre of photography you are, I'm going to say that you like wildlife.
That would be a correct guess. It would, yes.
Yeah. It wasn't too tricky to work out.
It wasn't too tricky with a 150 to 600.
Yeah. Although it could have been motorsport, to be fair.
It could have been motorsport, yeah, absolutely. That's something I've never actually really done. I'd like to do it at some point, but it's finding the time.
So what is it about wildlife photography, and what kind of stuff particularly floats your boat?
Anything really wildlife related. It's you can't rush wildlife. So it's very much, you have to kind of go at its pace rather than forcing it to go at your pace. So it slows you down, you get to really enjoy it, and there's so many wonderful places where you can go, like here, we can really enjoy the wildlife.
Have you been abroad with it?
Never been out of the country, unless you count the Isle of Skye as a foreign land.
Right. Well, you don't need your passport, do you?
No,
we don't, anyway. So no, hang on. We're going this way.
I just had to get the map out.
Oh, am I going your wrong route? Sorry, James, hang on.
No, I was about to take us on the big long...
Right, yeah, you were taking us out to Hampshire, I think.
Run route.
Yes. Right, no, we don't need that. We've got a long enough walk as it is. This is the longest runway, or was the longest runway in Europe. I wonder what you'd see wildlife here. You were taking photographs of red kites a moment ago, weren't you?
There was, I think possibly a family, about 5 of them, just floating around. They're gorgeous birds. Absolutely love them.
Was there an inspiration in your life, somebody in your life that led you towards wildlife?
I wouldn't say anyone in particular. I mean, Mum and Dad definitely, if there was an interest at an early age, which I think there probably was, definitely nurtured that.
Yeah.
It's from Dad that I've got my love of photography.
Is it?
And so just kind of putting the two together, it's kind of formed quite naturally into a hobby.
Did Dad bring you to the podcast, or did you bring Dad to the podcast?
We both came equally. Should we put it that way?
Okay, all right. So, look, I've got some questions in my pouch here. Pop your hand in there, choose a question. It's in my lens pouch.
Let's go go with that one.
That sounded a bit ominous for a second. Right, I think you got one question there. Good. Right, read the question out loud for me.
If you could photograph a sound or scene from your childhood, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a thought-provoking one. A sound from your childhood. I'm trying to think of an example that might help you. If I had one, I know what mine would be.
What would yours be?
I think I would...
Sorry, that's not how this works.
No, it might help, James, I don't know. It would be the lapping sea at Studland Bay. I absolutely adore Studland Bay. Great place for wildlife photography, actually. Down in Dorset, definitely. Yeah, the sound of on South Beach. I think it's South Beach, Studland Bay, beautiful place. And the sound would be the wood pigeons, because they, as you go down the lane. Yeah.
What would it be for me? You've got some really good questions there. I'm not quite sure what I would choose. I think it's probably got to be, because I'm into my railways big time, so it'd probably be Midhants Bay Watercress line down at Alton.
Oh, what a brilliant line.
Been down there so many times in it as my childhood, and just the sound of trains.
Yeah. Watercress line is one of my favourites. My parents used to take me there. It's been there donkey's years, isn't it?
Yeah.
Plane flying, that's not wildlife, we're not interested.
No, exactly. No.
I try and chase those away, James.
Talk is cheap and we're wasting time.
It seems very appropriate, after having spoken with James, that I should speak with Dad, Andrew. Andrew, you were a bit more interested in the aeroplane than James was. He sort of turned his nose up at it. Ooh, what's that? That's a horrible aluminium thing in the sky. It's not really a red kite.
No, it isn't. But it's interesting still, nonetheless, is it?
Well, you think about where we are now, and how many years ago would this have been? It's coming up 30, isn't it?
It's late 70s, isn't it? 80s?
No, 80s, I think the last flight went out, wasn't it?
Yeah. Right, so you're looking at 40 years.
I don't like to think of it as that long ago. Have you been here before?
No, this is the first time, and I'm amazed really, because I've been to a few places. We've got one local to where we are, and it never ceases to amaze me how these places are perhaps used for nefarious means, but over a period of time nature reclaims them, and what a beautiful day. Lovely walk. Yeah. Fantastic.
Well, nature certainly reclaimed this. I mean, look at this. And we were standing in front of what would have been the main runway, and it's just gorse, and it's reasonably well managed here, actually. They do a pretty good job here.
I think you've got to, haven't you? Otherwise it will just take over completely, and you wouldn't be able to walk, would you?
So James is into his wildlife. He did say that you were an inspiration. You should know that.
Oh, goodness.
So there we go. Well, you're in the...
Did you pay him to say that?
No. He said you were one of his inspirations in starting. I'm sure that's what he said.
I should have words later.
He's into his wildlife. What are you into?
Well, again, it's anything really, particularly wildlife. I've gone down the route just recently of a sort of macro photography, plants, and anything really that just like photography.
I like the idea of macro. I keep threatening it, don't I, on the podcast? We must do a macro week. I've not... what do you use for your macro work? You're an Olympus user, aren't you?
Well, no, I'm not, actually. I've got quite a number of different cameras, which is another story altogether. If I've got a set of extension tubes, I'll use those, or if, a little glass close-up filter, that always works quite well. And the beauty is you can do it, at home, nice bit of light. Brilliant.
What's the story then of all your cameras? You said that's another story, so I'm bound to ask.
Well, a couple of years ago, it all started quite innocently, as it does. I passed a charity shop and picked up a Kodak Colour Snap 35.
This is how it
£5.
Oh, yeah.
And here we are, 400 cameras later.
400 Did you say 400?
A couple of years back, 2022. I set myself a project to do a YouTube video of how to use a camera, 365 cameras in 365 days. And I'm now only doing one a week, because obviously you can't sustain that kind of...
No, I'm amazed you're standing as it is. Why have I never seen these? Have you told me about these?
No, I haven't, no. It's quite a niche
I can't believe...
thing.
Well, no, but this is... Well, it's not just niche, this is of feet.
It's a bit sad, isn't it?
No. Sad is not a word I put on this. I'd say, Jason, come over. Jason's going to take our pictures. I want to see if he's going to be as amazed as I am. So this is Andrew.
Hi, Andrew.
Hello.
Jason.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So I'm going to tell you something about him.
Okay.
All right. So he made in 365 days, 365 YouTube videos of those 365 different cameras. He now has in his collection 400 cameras.
That's the sound of speechlessness. There's such a word. Seriously.
Yeah, as I say, it all starts quite innocently, doesn't you? Buy a camera, and then I'll go on eBay and have a look, and I'll get this camera. Yeah. And before I knew it, it gained such momentum. But my focus is using those cameras. I'm not just going to collect them. They've got to be working cameras. Yeah. And so then over a period of time, I just thought, you know what? I've got so many cameras. I wonder if I could do a video each day because you do a 365 project, don't you? You do a photograph, which I did the previous year, and I thought, well, there's a bit of momentum going here. Let's just use these cameras I've already got. And obviously, at that time I didn't have 365, but I soon got them. And here I am now on camera number 440.
And they're analog, digital?
Analog.
Okay.
So I have to take a film, which I've got like today. So I've got the OM1N.
Yeah.
I'll take these photographs. When I get home, I'll develop them, and then see if they've come out. And I'll do the video and put that up on the weekend.
Andrew never told me about his YouTube channel. We're both going home now.
That's quite an addiction. So.
Yeah. I think addiction is the word. I feel a bit uncomfortable using the word.
Yeah, I am. I'm incredibly different.
But I'm intrigued now to see what question you might... I'm going to put a link to Andrew's YouTube channel on the show page. So, because I know... And my other listener is asking me how much you've spent, but I don't expect you to answer that question.
No.
Don't ask him that question. He's not supposed to answer questions like that.
Fix my wife.
She knows.
She deals with that.
Oh, I'm giving her a call the moment I get home.
And so where are you finding the cameras?
And this is this is the other story, which I find fascinating, because it is all these backstories, isn't it, with photography? This camera was actually given to me by one of my customers, and I'm a window cleaner. I clean their windows, and I just said, I'm doing a project on film cameras.
We've been told to move as we talk.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, don't say sorry.
If you've got any cameras, please let me know, because I'd be happy to, And they said, hang about, we've got this one. And so, obviously, I gave them half a window clean for it. Right. Brilliant. And then charity shops are another source. I'm regularly being rung by charity shops now, saying, Andrew, we've got some film cameras. If you want to come over and have a look.
Andrew's name is behind the counter. Ring up the bloke that buys all the cameras.
It is. But the beauty is I can help as well, because
house clearance as well.
House clearance. I picked up.
Let's go around that way.
I picked up a Polaroid SX, whatever it is, 60, from a house clearance. Brilliant. It worked. Not brilliantly, but.
What's the most valuable one you've got then? I was just about to say pick a question out the pouch, but I don't think I need to. What's the most valuable?
The most valuable one I've picked up?
Yeah.
That's probably going to be a Rolleicord 5. That was a great. I said to them, look, you can get more money for this camera. This is what I can offer you, but you can get more on eBay. But they said, look, we don't really want to do eBay. Have it. So I said, thank you very much. I was tempted to bring that, but I actually brought with me today a Mamiya.
Ooh.
645.
645.
Now this.
So I had an RZ.
This was a camera that I exchanged. I found a box, as you do, of 30 cameras, and so I went to my local camera shop in Liverpool. Thank you very much, Real Camera of Liverpool. No link there. And I said, look, yes, exactly, other flavours. I said, look, I've got 30 cameras. Can I exchange that for this, please? And they said, yeah, okay.
So are you shooting the same type of film through all the cameras?
No, I'm varying. HP4. Right. I've got, I think, some Fomapan.
Right.
I'll use whatever I can get hold of, really.
Yeah.
But the key thing is for me to develop it in Cathanol, which is what I'm using. Because I'm using so much film, I was trying to be responsible, so I went down the route of developing it in coffee.
Tell me a bit more about that. Is that something? I mean, I've heard of people, staining and toning prints with coffee, but not actually processing film. Can you decaf or?
That's not so good, no, because it hasn't got the whatever it is, the chemical.
Oh, it's a serious question.
It's a serious question.
Oh,
yes.
sorry.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I thought Flo was being a bit flippant.
So it's basically coffee, vitamin C, and soda crystals.
Right.
And you mix them in a certain quantity, that's my secret formula. I have to develop my film for about 20 minutes.
Right.
20 degrees, 20 minutes. Water wash.
Yeah.
Then fix. And then we're done.
And you fix in tea or Lucozade or?
That's the only downside. That's the downside in my.
Now he's being daft. I knew it wouldn't take long.
Well, I'm sure it's possible.
Yeah.
I use some Eco Fix, I think it's called, or something, because it doesn't smell so horrible.
If you're doing these every day, how does the rest of your life? I'm just thinking from a very practical point of view of, holidays and
I think today is a classic example. Here I am walking with a group of people. I've got a camera. I can stop and take a photograph, and there's something that interests me, and hopefully it will be something that actually I might even be able to print even, which would be even better, because then I can go in the darkroom and mess around there.
Are you shooting a whole roll every day? Because you've obviously got to process it at the end of the day. Or
No, maybe I'll clarify. I'm not doing it every day now.
Okay.
I mean, I typically am shooting with film every day, but I'm doing one camera a week.
Yeah.
Now, it was 300.
That's still a lot, by the way, for a YouTube schedule. And processing the film.
It does tend to take over, I must say.
Yeah.
But I've got a very, very supportive wife and family, and they've all encouraged me to do this, really. So
I think it's fantastic.
It's great.
You're like the man in your town. The people either say, "Here comes the man with the camera habit," or "That guy buys too much coffee."
Seriously.
There's always a plane, Keith.
Definitely.
There's always a plane.
If there wasn't, you'd wonder why.
It's following me around, that one. I'm glad it's not the stunt one.
It knows you've got the Garibaldi's. That's why.
I haven't shared any yet. No. You could be the first. Watch out for the cow poo there. I think I have chosen the wrong route, funnily enough. Oh no, go right. It goes right.
Are you sure? Glad you know.
I've got it.
Glad you know where you're going.
I've walked these paths so many times. The dogs don't seem to like this. Oh no. Hang on, we've chosen the wrong moment.
Which way?
This way.
This way.
This way. Let me get on the left-hand side of you, so I can.
On the right-hand side.
So you brought the dogs with you.
Yeah.
I know Barney would have loved this walk, but you've already seen his behaviour in the car park. He started barking straight away the moment I went away by 5-6 feet. So love him dearly. You are a former dog trainer.
Yes.
We worked with Keith on the encounters, the lovely encounters that we had, and I was fascinated by Keith's work with dogs, and I just wanted to send Barney to him for a week, really. A different dog.
We can sort some board and lodgings out to sort of boot camp.
Well, I suppose I'd have to come up as well, wouldn't I?
Yeah, it's always the owner needs training, not the dog. Oops, steady.
Is that right? Sorry. Nobody saw Keith. I nearly went over then. Right. So, Keith.
Yes.
Although we've talked about this before on Encounters, I'm going to ask you again now, just in case my other listener, and you know what they're like, wasn't listening properly. What floats your boat in photography?
To be honest, it's a mixed match of many things. Predominantly, at the moment, it's whilst I'm out walking the dogs in what our environment.
Hang on, this is going to be a disaster. Shall I walk across the thin bit first? Hold that thought, Keith. We were on environment. We're in the woodland here, and it thins out quite a lot from the runway walk. Right, sorry, environment.
Yeah, so basically at the moment it just tends to be wherever I am with the camera. So there's no particular projects or anything as such. It's just what's there in front of me, which, to be honest, at the moment tends to be more a bit of early morning sunshine, mist, and other day I was out in the woods similar to this, but late evening. So you've got that nice glow of the sun coming through the trees and trying to pick out some details in the trees and ferns. So it's just anything.
Yeah, well, you don't have to have a genre. There's this thing where I am this, and I'm guilty of that now by saying, what is your thing? But it doesn't have to be, does it? Anything that takes your fancy.
Yeah, that's it. To me, I just enjoy the thing of actually putting the camera to my eye and taking the picture.
Yeah.
And sometimes even more than getting back and processing on the computer.
Going left, Keith.
Because I've said to you before, I've got hundreds of photos on the computer that I've taken, put on there, and then not really done anything with.
God, your dogs are pulling you along here. Are these huskies? They're miniature. They're miniature huskies. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I've just said the wrong thing to a professional dog trainer. Slack lead. How dare you accuse my dogs of pulling me? What are the dogs' names?
We've got Ruby, the toy poodle, and Luna, the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel.
Oh, I love I love the Cavalier King Charles, but I love Ruby. Can I keep Ruby?
You can. Done. I'll swap you for a packet of Garibaldi's.
Ruby, don't listen to him. He's being horrible. Right. Come on then, Keith. You're fitter than me. We just climbed that mountain there, and you're hardly out of puff.
It's that Stairmaster machine.
Whew, you got one at home?
No, at gym.
Right. Pick one now. I've got a question in my lens pouch.
Well, hang on.
Keith, you picked 8 questions.
Yeah, you've got them all folded in.
Oh, have I not done my job properly?
Right.
All right, read it out loud to me.
I've got my reading glasses. What were we saying a minute ago?
Look. You've won a famous not so famous flask. Well, that's bag that. Doesn't get you away from answering a question, though. Come on.
Right.
All right.
So,
walk and talk, Keith. Walk and talk.
What photo would you take if you had 5 seconds before your memory was wiped?
Well, that's a very serious question.
Isn't it?
Oh, my word. Sorry for the heavy question.
Well, family. Yeah, big thing. Grandchildren, son, everything. For me, it'd be family.
Yeah. I didn't think it wouldn't be, actually. I knew that's what you would say the moment I asked that question. It's lovely to see you, Keith. Thank you so much for coming along. Can I borrow your Stairmaster? It's wonderful that we've got some proper friends of the show with us that I've spent time with in the Scottish Islands. Mr. Grindle. Sounds like something out of an old Carry On. Mr. Grindle.
Mr. Grindle.
Mr. Grindle.
Yes,
Is it Carry On? Mr. Oh, was that on the buses?
On the buses, I think. Yeah, was it on buses? No.
Something like that, on the bus. Anyway, John, it's nice to see you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for making a bit of a pilgrimage, which you've done, haven't you?
It's not too bad. It's only an hour and 3/4, and the roads are nice and quiet at the moment.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
Oh, school holidays.
School holidays, isn't it? Of course. Yeah. So, pleasure to be here.
Wow.
What a place this is.
You've obviously not been here before, have you?
No, never been here before.
I think it's wonderful how nature has clawed back, and it's done it reasonably quickly. Actually, if you think about it, once upon a time, where we're walking now, this is nearer the perimeter, so we'd have doubtless attracted a bit of attention that we didn't want. But now, look, I mean, this would have all been flat concrete.
Yeah.
Nothing like that at all now.
Absolutely incredible place.
A lot of the runway was taken and made into whatever they do with base layers, and it was used on the A34 bypass.
Oh, was it?
So it was properly used.
Oh, good. Yeah.
And it shows you just how long the runway was that they could use it.
It's very difficult to get
a bypass
view of it here, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And when you see the length of what the runway must have been, how long was it? A couple of miles? A mile?
I don't know the actual length. I will have to revert to Studio Self in a moment. I should know that, shouldn't I? I knew you'd quiz me on that. If anybody was going to, it was 3'5" and 7 donkeys,
and a couple of more meters.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But it must have been really long to be able to be used as a standby for the space shuttle.
But it's good to see so many people using it, dog walkers, runners, cyclists. I imagine the kids love it here as well.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Mine don't so much anymore. We're not going up there for a walk, are we? No. But yeah, you're right. It was actually, there was, when they were talking about, I think there was a fleeting moment where there was a proposition to use this as another one of those London airports.
Right,
you know, like you got London Southend, which is nowhere near London. London Stansted, which is definitely nowhere near London. London Luton, a bit closer perhaps. London Newbury, I don't think so.
No.
But yeah.
Talking about your kids not wanting to come now, I used to drag my boys when they were young through the woods and, I'm not going to the woods again.
Yeah.
So where did my son take their children now? To the woods.
There's irony.
Yeah.
So what, I know we talked about this in Scotland, but as I say, for my other listener who's just not very good at retaining information, what sort of photography floats your boat?
Well, it's still black and white, moody, intimate, minimalist, dark, black and white. I'm shooting a lot more film now. In fact, actually, majority of film. And I've got just 3 miles up from me, there's Valley of Stones. Valley of Stones. It's called a train of stones. It's sarsen stones, the same as the Stonehenge is made.
Oh, right.
And what perked my interest, they found a polissoir there, which is a polishing stone where they polished flint axes and tools.
Yeah.
And they only found that in 2022. And it's only one of 2 in the whole of the UK.
My word.
So it's great. So I've got all that sort of history up there. There's Neolithic history, there's medieval history, and it's all just sort of left there, and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
So I take photos of that.
There was a picture which I'll not forget, and hopefully we can put this on the show page again. That picture you made, was it on the way up to us when you came to Scotland, or was it on your way home?
On the way up.
It was on the way up, wasn't it? Where
yeah.
was it? It's this wonderful, mysterious, moody, misty picture.
I've actually, I'll let you know the lay-by number.
It's not easy to stop on that road, is it?
No, there's a few lay-bys, so I remembered the lay-by number.
So A9, isn't it?
The A9, yeah. That was a fantastic trip, and thoroughly recommend it to anybody who's thinking about it. I'm not sure if there's any spaces left, are there?
We've got one space, actually I think it would have gone by the time this goes out, because we're 6 episodes in front with this recording.
Oh yes, it's all finished by then.
Yeah. Never mind. Next year.
Next year. Well, also, my other photography is sort of complete opposite to that. I volunteer down in Weymouth at a Victorian fort, the Knowth Fort, and there I take pictures of families and everybody enjoying themselves. So it's all up with the saturation, up with the vibrancy, all sharpened, so they can use them on their social media and everything. Which is quite good when you see it popping up on Facebook and Instagram, all their photos, and I think, I took that.
Do you get is it something you enjoy seeing your work on Instagram? We talk so often about validation. I don't think you're somebody who needs validation, John, but there's a certain amount of that, do you think, from seeing your work being presented there?
I volunteer down there, so it's good to give something back to the community. It's run by the Civic Society there, and it's really good to get it back. But I'm actually just deleted Instagram.
I'm gonna come the other side of you for a second, because you need to pick out my bag a question. So there's a lens pouch there. It's a bit tight next to the Garibaldi's. Don't be picking the wrong thing out.
Oh dear, have I won?
Yeah.
I've got nothing.
No. Open it up.
Is there a place where you keep returning with your camera? Yes, the Valley of Stones.
Yeah. That was too easy. Pick another question.
I'll put that one back in.
Yeah, put that back in. All right, what's this one?
If somebody had to describe your work using a song, what would that be?
Oh, no, that's a difficult question. I like that one. Yeah, it's a bit obscure.
Oh. Blue Moon. I don't know.
I like that question for only hearing you sing Blue Moon. It would have to be something really mysterious, though, wouldn't it, for your... Let's think about your really mysterious work. What would be a mysterious song?
Misty. Play Misty for me.
Misty for me. Ooh. Yeah, well done, John.
Yeah, okay.
Nice answers. Difficult question.
Since we were speaking about it just a moment ago, I thought I'd do some homework for you about this runway. They say it was the longest military runway in Europe. Over 3,000 metres of concrete, or just shy of 2 miles, if you prefer your measurements, with a bit of imperial nostalgia. Laid out like a stark signature of the Cold War right here in the English countryside at Greenham Common, just a mile or two from Photowalk HQ. The runway ran almost dead straight across the land, stretching so far you couldn't see both ends at once unless you were airborne. It was built to take the weight and the threat of B-52 bombers flown in from the United States. A bold, flat surface ready for nuclear-capable aircraft that might never return. During its Cold War heyday, Greenham's runway was a symbol, well, of tension. Not a runway, but a statement. We are ready if it comes to that. And I find that quite chilling. And yes, it's true in part that the runway was considered as a potential emergency landing site for NASA's space shuttle, though of course it never had to serve that purpose. It had the length, it had the surface strength and the strategic location. That idea alone, that a spacecraft might have dropped onto a runway in Berkshire, still adds a strange poetry to my hometown. But now the runway is silent, quieter. It no longer bristles with the roar of engines. And you can walk it. You can still feel the weight of what once parked here. And on some mornings when the mist hovers low across the tarmac and the free-roaming cattle skirt the edges, it's hard to imagine it ever being anything other than a path for light and sky.
Feel a bit daft actually, because I'm walking with Julian, and Julian is married to Nicola. I've spoken with Nicola already. Of course, that might be a totally different order on the actual show itself, but I was schooling because you did ask Julian. You asked me about the sound, and I started schooling Julian in sound, only to find out that he's so much more educated than me in the whole art of sound, because I truly believe sound is an art, because you work in that industry. And I rarely meet, Julian, somebody who works in the industry. This is very exciting. It's probably more exciting, don't tell the others, than meeting photographers. I didn't really say that.
Yeah, it's strange that I'm allowed into a photographic.
You're very welcome.
I snuck in. Actually,
No,
I've kind of
feel like it's you and me versus the world.
I found this little door, and it was about my height. I was able to get through, and it said,
it's another dimension.
Drink me live.
What do you do then? So you've had this illustrious career in sound and vision.
Yeah, it's been a strange one. I think it's all just about making stuff, isn't it? Yeah. It's I think we just have a passion for making things, and it happens to be either visual or with sound. And I've sort of had now hitting 60. There's been a fair few changes in both those areas. Right. I'm sure you've seen incredible changes.
Well, I'm only 40. I wouldn't know. Yeah, I have. I mean, the main difference, which both of us have noticed, is that we're both able to work from our home locations.
Yeah, it's made a huge difference, and I think that because the demands on work and work-life balance has gone out the window, it's almost the only way that you can maintain some kind of sanity is by working from home and working out a way to compartmentalise a little bit your life, so that you don't have kids knocking on the door, wanting to go down to the local cinema or whatever it is, while you're trying to do your best and finest performance for your fans.
In my room, by the way, I put up it was a gift from Mally. He gave me an on-air light, and it's the light that says, "I'm busy, you can't come in," which between you and
does it work?
I sometimes leave it on. It does work. They don't come in.
Well trained.
Yeah.
Well trained.
And Barney's well trained, because it's got quite a loud switch on it. When I turn it off after an interview, he knows, job done, I can bark again.
That's incredible.
Pretty well trained.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And the kids are the same. They can suddenly scream and shout.
Yeah, they don't bark as much.
No, they don't bark.
Or only at me. Yeah. So what sort of sound projects have you worked on, Julian? What would we know?
Yeah, I suppose it's been a strange life. In the 80s, was doing photography for a bit, about 4 years of doing photography, and then went into recording studios and music, owned recording studios, and ended up doing a lot of pop work, a lot of dance music. Wow. That led up to the 2000s, and then moved out of London and ended up setting up a media company that does voice work.
Voice work?
So we supplied lots of educational publishers with voice content and learning audio tools and music. I remember writing, I think, 120 nursery rhymes for Pearson Publishing, which is obviously the highlight of my career. Still hum some of them occasionally. Get the penny whistle out.
You rock gently in the corner.
I really do. I will be soon. So yeah, it's been really weird, from pop music to audiobooks and then now into live television. And so our company now deals with transmission of live pictures from one part of the planet to another, and has nothing to do with audio anymore at all, which is a shame. So joining you here and being able to have a chat about all things sound is brilliant.
Well, I'm going to ask you, because you mentioned the voiceover business, and it is something we've touched on of late. I bet you know what I'm going to ask you. It's 2 letters, AI. And of course, 11 Labs comes to mind immediately for me, because I think that's the leading exponent. Maybe there's others, but that's the one that I've found that does it the best.
Yep.
The voices that come out of 11 Labs are extraordinary. And I don't know whether to be nervous of that or whether whether you'll be able to tell that it's an AI voice, or, I mean, what I'm asking here in a very clumsy way is, are my days numbered?
I think all our days. All our days are numbered with that form of creativity. Certainly the mechanistic part of creativity, the rinse and repeat, just churning out an advert or churning out a performance from an audiobook. Anything that can be done, at least in the near future, I think that, can be performed a little bit, will probably be more commercially viable to be done by machine. I think humans, really, our unique thing is the random. And I think that the random but relative creativity, i.e. something that really relates to what we're doing, not just a completely random thing, I think that is where we win.
Yeah.
Keeping it so that we're in control of that, of feeding the machine. But yeah, it's going to become very difficult to earn a penny without being unique.
I wonder whether the fact that we are unique, that we are human, is going to be something that becomes a unique selling point. Of course, that is until somebody claims they're human and they're not. I don't know, but I don't know how you prove that you're human, but perhaps that's the biggest selling point that we might have. It might be something that re-energizes our businesses.
I think Rick Beato recently, who's a great YouTuber and somebody that I've followed over the years, he's spent a little bit of time on the whole subject of AI within the music business and bands, and spotlighting some of the bands that have come to life that are actually completely AI. And people had no idea.
No, that's true.
And he's been really clear in how he sees the trajectory of the music business and how important it is for us to be human in our creativity and not try and copy each other, not try and be followers, but always try and dig something out from ourselves that's unique. But it's tricky times. There's no answer at the moment, but I don't think it's whatever the answer is good.
I really wanted Julian then to say, no, we're fine, Neil, it's going to be okay, and put a warm hug around me, but it didn't really.
We are near the bunkers, I think, on this airstrip, and I think that might be time to get in.
I might go and hide in one. Right, you do photographs, so, you can answer a photographic question, clearly. Put your hand in the lens pouch there, pull out a question, read it to me.
Is there a place you keep returning to with your camera, and why?
Now, I know your wife does the lion's share of photography, but that doesn't mean you've got a camera here today. What have you got? Oh, hang on.
I've got a little Q3.
Ah.
It's my little pride and joy.
For someone who said I don't do as much photography, he's got the nicest camera.
I thought I'd like to bring something down to make you jealous.
Can I just, one of your spot, can I pick it off and put it on my...
You can take the little button off from a distance.
That's all I need. Can you answer the question, though? Is it too tricky, that one?
Tricky one, but I think it's a good challenge. I think that photography's always been a tricky thing for me. I'm so technology focused that I've always loved the tech of it. Now I just find I click the shutter less now. And it sounds probably a bit soppy, but I think I take most pictures of my wife. Oh. That's where I keep going back to. Yeah. Is memories, expressions, things I want to remember, family.
Yeah.
And I don't really shoot a sort of a holiday snappy type way anymore.
You get 10 out of 10 for that.
It's tricky, isn't it? It's tricky when... I think also when you've done it professionally for a lot of years, when I did when I was younger, I don't want to go into that on-demand thing. It's like, no, I see, you know. So yes.
Nicola, he gets Husband of the Year award. You'll have to wait to the podcast to hear it. Kelvin is in charge, stand by Kelvin, of all things Flickr.
Yeah.
Dr. Flickr. Now, I'm not a great Flickr user, you know that, but you kindly stepped up and offered to run, in essence, our Flickr. But it was the Flickr to do with the assignments.
Yeah, well, basically anything Photowalk. If you went on a photo, if I've been on a photo walk or like this today, I'll be posting loads of photos from this walk on the Photowalk podcast.
Yeah.
There's about 50 people on there at the minute.
Yeah, that's not bad, is it, for a community?
Well, no, it's okay. There's a lot more that could join. For me, Flickr is the better social medium than Facebook or Instagram, because you can, more than Instagram, you can get a lot of information about the photograph itself, and etc., and locations. For me,
Flickr's changed though across the years, hasn't it?
Well, yeah, marginally, but it's got better. I'm also on Vero, which I generally just put the my best work on. But Flickr I treat as my web page.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Good idea.
So because my work really doesn't deserve a web page, but if anybody wants to have a look at my work, they don't have to download Flickr. They can just look. It's free to view.
Yeah.
So that's why I like Flickr so much. And when I thought about what can I do to help the podcast, because that's about I'm not the richest chap in the world, and my missus keeps a rein on hence the old Canons 7D.
Don't knock it. Still a fantastic camera.
Yeah. Well, I thought, well, what can I do to help? So I thought, well, has Neil got a Flickr page? Well, you have.
Yeah.
But did you come across it? And I thought, well, that seems a good idea for anybody to have a page for the Photowalk people, and we all congregate there and look at, in good quality rather than Facebook or Instagram, which I can't really look.
You're not a big fan of Facebook, no? So what is your photography then? What do you enjoy photographing yourself?
Anything and everything.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s, I even photographed a boxing match.
Ah, did you?
Yeah, and I was a Pratica BC1 with a Mets flash. Wow. The Mets flash.
I remember there were those big sort of hammerhead ones.
Well, it had a big battery pack.
I remember them. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a friend's.
Yeah.
He says you break it, you buy it.
Yeah.
So I
took good care of it. I remember first working when I was first working as a wedding photographer, there were bits of kits which he thought you must have. And that big Mets flash, which could light up the moon, was one of them. It was a fantastic piece of kit, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, yes, it was. But I've been on my job. I travel around the countryside a lot, so I grab shots of what I can, where I can. And I don't have much time to be get the right composition. Yeah. If it's there, I have to get it. I've maybe got 5 minutes, then I have to be on my way again.
This is what we call sketchbooking.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the word.
Sketchbooking with your camera.
Yeah.
Right, come on, let's have a question out of the... You've been... Oh, that's what it is. It's your
Yes.
water bottle. I thought you were carrying some chimes with you. Right, pick up... There's a lens pouch here. Pick out a question.
Oh my lord, that's got to take it.
So you have to read it so we know what it is. If someone had to describe your work as a song... Oh, blimey, that's tricky. Do you want to put your hand in there and take another one out? I'm not sure I could answer
Driving
that.
towards the daylight by Joe Bonamassa.
Oh, you got it. I apologise.
Yeah.
Go on, pick another one out anyway.
Yeah, I like my rock and blues.
Do you? Yeah, I like a bit of blues.
My son is a heavy metal thrash.
Is he? Cool, your house is
Yeah.
nice and noisy.
Not anymore.
You won a famous, not so famous flask.
Oh, right.
There we go. A question and a flask.
Is that what we go back in there?
No, I'll take that one.
I want to keep that.
Yeah, you keep that bit. We ambled a little more slowly than we thought, so we had to take a lunch break. And now everybody feels re-energised. Is that the word, Stephanie?
Refreshed. Refreshed.
Refreshed?
Yes.
It's so lovely to see you. It's amazing meeting people that you speak to by form of letter or that sort of... And then you meet them for real.
And for us, we all feel like we know you as well.
Vice versa, Stephanie.
Because it really comes across in the podcast, I think, from my
that's
perspective.
nice.
It really does, yeah. So
We've all stopped. We're looking at the silos. They're not actually called the silos, are they? There's another word for them. Bunkers? No, there's another word as well. Blast shelter? No, there's another word. Armoury? No.
Teletubby Hills?
Teletubby Hills. They're the ones. That's what they...
I like that.
We're looking... The Ninkinu? No, that's the wrong thing altogether. We're in the night garden now. Get with the picture. Anyway, Stephanie, let's walk over this way a bit while they're all photographing the Ninky Nonk or the silos. Dreadful looking things, aren't they?
They are.
There's 6 of them. 96 warheads were stored in these things. 96. Like you'd need 96. I mean, just release 1 or 2. We're done, aren't we, really? Yeah. So, Stephanie, what's your... let's walk this way, because then we're walking with the right wind in front of us so we don't get the noise on the microphone. What's your thing in photography?
my thing, I mostly do wildlife and nature because it gets me out of my head. I lose myself down a long telephoto lens.
You are carrying, in fact, that's not the... Where's the big lens?
The big one's been put to sleep in the back of the car.
It's
having
snoozing?
a rest, it's having a snooze, or to give my shoulders a rest.
God, I did look a bit heavy. What was it? It's like a 300,000 millimetre?
It's a 300 millimetre at 2.8 prime.
Oh, proper.
With a 2 times teleconverter. It's a chunky beast, but actually it's lighter than my usual setup, which is a 200 to 600.
So then you're using that for wildlife mainly?
Yeah. So anything, if it breathes, if it moves but it doesn't talk back, then I will photograph it, generally. So don't really do sort of people photography and things like that, so portraits, but the wildlife, I love it.
Wind's turned a bit, so let's face that way.
Yeah, they don't really...
No.
Wildlife doesn't really mind about what they look like in an image.
Well, you're not going to get a red kite that we saw earlier fly down and say, Stephanie, get me right side, would you?
No, exactly. No. And they won't say, can you make me look a little bit slimmer?
Oh, God. Yeah.
Ease out my wrinkles. So yeah, I just love wildlife and I learn so much by doing it. So.
Have you shot some portraits?
Of people? No. Only family. Sort of, occasional photos. My mum has Alzheimer's, so and she's quite elderly. She's not very well at the moment. So when I say sort of, the photography takes me out of my head, it sort of gives me a break from caring for her and my sort of day-to-day work, which is quite challenging. So so I've got in terms of portraits, I've taken some nice ones of her because any photo of a member of your family is special. But I think especially as our parents advance in age and as we advance in age, they become more and more special. So.
Well, I kicked myself. I never documented those moments of mum or dad. And maybe I felt squeamish to do so, if that's the correct word, probably not. But Are you going to document that part of Mum's life toward the end?
Yeah, so she is very much towards the end at the moment.
I'm sorry.
She's had a recent accident, broke her neck and a hip and things. So she won't be coming home to me, unfortunately. But we'll see, where she ends up. But yes, even if it's just with my camera phone, I will sit and I'll hold her hand and take photos of us holding hands and take photos of her, even if what she's talking about is nonsensical, because actually, when you look back at the photos, you just remember them as a person rather than the contents of any conversation that you're having, really, so much.
So photography really is your mental sanctuary.
It is indeed,
it?
Was definitely a sanctuary for me.
And you're a Sony user?
I am a Sony user. I've got the A7R5.
Right. I know nothing about the numbers and things.
So this is the high resolution, sort of 61 or 62 megapixels.
Good Lord.
So it's a bit of a beast in that terms. Not probably the best for wildlife. But
probably the best, isn't it? I mean, you pick out the feathers from 100 yards.
Absolutely great for the detail. It really is. But in terms of the frame rate, it's a little bit slow. There are definitely faster models, but I get by with it, and it serves me well for now while I learn and stuff. So,
what kit to learn on, eh?
Thank you.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
I'll leave a link to some of your work if that's all right.
Oh, yes, of course, yeah.
Right, I'm gonna get the other side of you, because the questions are in my pouch, my camera bag pouch there. Everybody's got a random question, and some, I have to say, have been more random than others. What have you got?
How does your photography change with the seasons?
Now, that's quite a good question for you.
It is,
particularly with wildlife.
Definitely. So in the winter, I get longer in bed because, it's pretty dark at 7, 8 o'clock in the height of winter.
Logistics.
Logistics. So you have to be a little bit more agile, I think, in the winter, because in the spring and summer you'll see lots of birds and lots of wildlife. Everything's looking to breed. You get out early and you can see it all, really. But in the winter, you get those great images of herons hunting in the pouring rain. For me, the wildlife still has to eat, it still has to drink. If I can get out there early and see it, then it's great. In terms of the kit, though, you want something that's got a nice fast camera, fast lens. Weatherproof, and the nice 2.8 that I had on earlier is certainly going to help me in those conditions as sort of we move into winter. But in summer it could be a sort of a 3:30, 4:30 start in the morning. And then, when the sun's up above the horizon, we go home, have a little cheeky sleep on the sofa, and then go back out at sunrise.
You're supposed to be saying, no, we go out and we come back, we edit all our stuff, and then we're out again.
I have to say, I'm sometimes overzealous, and I do that edit as I get back. But I've learned that actually taking a bit of a pause and looking at them the next day, for me, is better, because I've got a better judgment of what the good images are. Because sometimes I'll come back from a shoot and I'll go, I must find that image because I know that's going to be a great shot. Well, great by my standards.
Well, this is why I now cull. Don't like that word. Sounds so final, doesn't it? But I cull my images from weddings. At least a day later now. I used to think, right, get home, be productive, cull the images, have it already, zip out the next day, do it all over. But now I like 24 hours. I put those images into a drawer.
Just a bit of breathing space.
Take myself away from them. Well, pick another question, because that was a good answer. Liked it. So,
if you could only photograph one subject for a year, what would it be?
Can I be really mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to take wildlife away from you.
Okay.
Because that would be too easy as an answer.
Okay, not wildlife. I think I tend to do it a little bit anyway. My local environment, where I am at home, I have fields behind me. I have a big tree, and it looks different every year. There's crops in the distance; those will vary. Looks great in the snow. Horrible in the winter, but you get great cloud and great light play across sort of the fields and across the trees. So either that, or maybe I'd try a little bit of architecture photography.
Oh, yeah, because that would be different.
And because buildings are always there.
Yeah.
So, you know.
And they also don't say, get my better side.
And exactly, they're not critics. So, so you can see there's method in my madness, perhaps. If it doesn't talk back, she'll photograph it.
Before it became a name tied to protests, bases and bombers, Greenham Common was just that, a common. For centuries, it was a stretch of heathland, open ground used by locals for grazing livestock, gathering firewood, and walking the odd drove roads that cut across it. It's been there since medieval times, one of those shared landscapes where no one owned it outright, and yet everyone relied on it. Shepherds moved their flocks through, farmers cut turf, travellers and traders passed over its tracks on the way to Newbury Market. It's a huge expanse of land. The soil was poor for farming, which is why it remained open, but that made it rich in other ways. Rare plants, birds nesting in the scrub, and the kind of wild, wide open sky you don't easily find in the south of England anymore. By the 18th and 19th centuries, it was also a place for gatherings, fairs, cricket matches, and even racing. The Newbury races actually began on the Common in the early 1800s before moving to the present famous course. So long before runways and politics, Greenham Common was a place where people came together, where community life played out against the backdrop of open land. That's the Greenham that existed before the 20th century wars rewrote its story and it became an airbase.
Taking a break from the Photowalk 500, which we'll return to in a moment's time. Here's a reminder to take part in this month's photo assignment, one-word assignment. It's set by Abarionex Pirello. Abarionex, what is the magic word for the photograph this month?
First word that comes to mind is patience.
Is patience in terms of how you technically make a photograph or find a subject, or how long you stay with a subject?
It could be all those things.
All those things.
I know how I kind of apply it in terms of my practical making of a photograph, because it involves a lot of patience.
You're patient?
Yeah. Oh, when I'm making photographs. But, you know, all three variations that you created there could apply. So, and if someone could actually make a photograph that kind of reflects what patience may look like, that would be very interesting to see as well.
How can you evoke patience in a picture?
Best of luck for the one-word assignment. Send your entries to stories@photowalk.show. Stories@photowalk.show. 2,500 pixels wide. The magic word, wide. Not just long side, wide. Wide, Neil? Yes, wide. And if you can, write a few words about your entry as well. That always helps when it goes on to the assignments page for this month. My thanks to Abarionex for setting that one. If you can send me a link to your social or your website, that's fantastic as well. I'll link back to your work. No borders and no watermarks, please, just so that we can have a nice clean image on the page. All right, let's return to the 500th episode, celebrating our 500th with friends walking at Greenham Common in Berkshireville. It's a bit disappointing that I wasn't able to bring Barney, really, but I knew that Barney would not be as well behaved as, say, your Lotzie. Look at her. Hey,
oh, no,
perfect. Not a squeak out of her. Huh?
Oh, she's been alright today, actually.
How's it been? We had a good chat along for a show, didn't we, along the canal?
Yeah, I felt like that.
I really enjoyed. Well, it was about a year ago.
Yeah. It must have been about a year ago now.
How's everything going with the policing and?
Same old, same old.
You make a very interesting job sound very dull, and it's not. I know that.
It's not, no. But in the same sense, it is quite dull. We do the same stuff day in, day out. No, it's more about the photography and getting out. So.
You have got me, by the way, hooked on buying something. Now, it was something that I was salivating over when I saw your beautiful truck. So I love your beautiful truck. What do you think that salivation is over?
Is it the roof tent?
Yes. Yes.
I've still got it. It's still there.
Have you used it over the summer?
We've tried to. My daughter doesn't quite like camping just as much as we do yet.
Oh.
So.
What is she?
18 months now.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah,
Well, I kind of get that.
Well, yeah, I'll let her off. But no, we're slowly getting used to it. So hopefully we'll be able to use it a bit more. But yeah.
How much photography have you been able to do of late? What have you brought with you today? You got your tripod, so you meant business.
Well,
oh no! Look at this.
After our last talk,
what have you gone and bought?
No, I've not bought this. So I went and spoke to my dad again. I was like, I've just been on this podcast and all this kind of stuff, and he's like, all right, okay. Doesn't talk much, my dad. He just comes out with, my old cameras are up in the loft.
Oh yeah.
Really? And I was thinking he's going to bring out this Canon AE1 or something like that.
Yeah.
And no, he brings out this.
What is it?
So this.
It's a bellows thing, is it?
Yeah. It's a Zeiss Icon.
Oh, look at this. Have you seen this, Mally?
Yeah. 5422, I think it is.
That's incredible.
And it takes some absolutely wonderful photos, and it's in mint condition.
Wow, and he had this hidden in the loft.
Yeah. Not only that, I've got his dad's camera, so my granddad's camera.
Yeah.
That's in the back. I'll show you that when we get back to the cafe. That's even older, and that's also a bellows camera.
Sorry, how old did you say how old this was?
1952, I think.
1952. It is pristine. Look at this. Yeah. Can you? Here's a bit of homework for you. Could you take a picture of it, send it to me so I can put it on the show page?
Yeah, of course I can.
Yeah. I don't like the way this cow is ominously moving towards us.
Yeah, with its
horns. Yes, they're very sharp horns. Right. Okay.
But
so what have you been photographing with that of late?
Yes. I've pretty much only tried it. It's an expensive hobby, obviously, because it's film. But I've been trying just to shoot on this, so you can only get 8 shots out of it. No. So it does get quite expensive quite quick.
Yeah.
But they are medium format, so they're just very nice photos that come out of it. And I've just been putting all sorts of weird and wonderful film stock through
It's rather good.
So what's in it today? So I've got Kentmere 200 black and white film today, I think.
I haven't used Kentmere. I keep coming across people that are using Kentmere. I think, am I right in saying or thinking that Ilford actually produced Kentmere films?
I've got no idea.
I think I might be right there.
The weirdest film that I've just put through it was Nomography Purple.
Ooh.
So if you look at this lovely landscape we've got in front of us, anything green will be purple.
That's what it says on the tin.
Yeah. It's a bonkers thing.
Yeah,
You can then go out and shoot bonkers things, and it will look a bit weird.
Right. Well, I'm going to ask you to pick a question out of the pouch of questions. Ooh. There we go.
Oh, what is your why?
Oh, you're the first person, only person, who've drawn it. Now, I don't know. You may have answered this last time anyway.
I think I did, and I think it was more. I think I gave quite a selfish answer last time, and I think my answer is probably going to be very similar. I essentially just go out and shoot for me. I don't necessarily go out for other people. Because of the nature of the job I do, I find it very cathartic and relaxing just to go out and shoot with the camera. And I've found that more so now with film, because it's especially this thing, because it takes so long to set up, and you've got to change all the dials on the front and use a light meter to get the right settings and
patience.
And because you've only got 8 shots, you are then thinking more about your compositions. You're thinking more about where you're even going to go to take photos. So I think my why is still the same. I go out for me, and I'll do the odd bit for other people, but I think it's still the same. I go out for me, and it's my get out. It's my calming, cathartic muse.
Alison just did a whoof.
one of those funny little troll dolls which had the...
Oh, my microphone. It does a bit, doesn't it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I've never... That's what I'm going to call it a troll doll from now on. Where's the rest of our team? There they are.
Straggling now.
Straggling. Well, we've actually done a lot of steps, you know. Have you got a step counter?
I have got an iPhone with me. I could check. Yeah.
I reckon we've done... Right, while you get your iPhone out, I'm going to do a guesstimation, Alison. And my guesstimation is going to be... This is where I guess far too many, and I think, oh, we've not done that much after all. I reckon we must have done 16,000. Alison's lost her phone now. Oh, here we go.
Oh, right, let's have a look. Enter passcode. Doesn't recognise me with my model sunglasses on. 6 miles. So I don't know
6 miles, how many steps?
6.1 miles. How do we convert that?
It should just say
14,585.
Oh, that's not bad.
So what did you guess?
I was thinking 16. Well, by the time we get back to the control tower, we'll be 1,000 closer to that, easily.
Definitely.
Yeah. We've got to climb a mountain yet. Did you not know that bit?
What? There will be a cup of tea at the end, though, won't there?
Oh, always a cup of tea.
That's all right, then.
And a Garibaldi.
Oh, yes.
So come on, then. What's your flavour of photography?
Well, I like wildlife.
Mm-hmm.
So I do enjoy that, whether it's local wildlife here in my garden. I've also been on a few exotic trips.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I've been to India.
Oh, what part?
Ranthambore National Park.
Yeah.
And Ecuador, which totally blew my mind.
Yeah.
The birds were just fantastic. I sort of came away thinking, it's not just David Attenborough with a few props in a studio. They really do exist.
Yeah.
These bizarre birds with huge, toucan beaks and absolutely fabulous. And just amazing landscape there as well.
Yeah. Did you go into any of the cities and towns?
No, we didn't unfortunately have time. I mean, if I ever went back, I'd like to go to Quito and see that. It's got a lovely cathedral and things.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't have a chance to do that. What else have I done? Finland. Nice. See the bears. In fact, I sent one of the bear photos in for an assignment. It was the eyes.
Which one was that? The eyes,
yeah.
Right, yeah.
And what else? Oh, I've been to Kenya as well.
Well, I think that's a fairly well-stamped passport.
Oh, it is.
What do you get from travel? What's the important side of travel for you?
I think it's a curiosity, really, about other countries, other people and their ways of living, how they sort their problems out, and the landscapes. Different landscapes are... I mean, I think Britain's wonderful, but, it's always nice to see other places, really, isn't it?
Yeah, cultures.
Yeah, other cultures,
people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I've been lucky enough to live in some other places like Japan and...
oh, my word.
Yeah.
So do you speak all these languages?
No, I'm currently trying to learn French because I have a French daughter-in-law and soon a grandchild. So,
well, yes. I would imagine grandchild will be speaking French.
Well, certainly Claire's determined the baby will be bilingual at the very least.
Well,
yes.
good.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be. Yeah. Right, well, I've got some questions here, Alison. There's a pouch of questions, the lens pouch of questions. Well, no, there's enough. There's certainly enough for you.
All right, okay.
Yes.
How much of photography for you is planned versus accidental? Well, that's a difficult one. I do have planned trips, like these wildlife ones. So, yeah, quite possibly quite a bit of it is planned, really. But I do take my little camera. I've got a tiny Ricoh, and I do carry that around with me everywhere. So, yeah, I'm happy to take a shot if it appeals.
Yeah.
And I've been quite inspired by your Street with Valerie.
Oh, yes.
Was it Teach Me Street?
Teach Me Street with Valerie,
Yes, I haven't quite got her kind of breezy ability to go up to a stranger and,
Well, she doesn't go up to strangers and ask for portraits.
Right.
Her work is very candid. That's her speciality. I dare say she could, but she chooses more the candid nature of it. But it's still, you're right when you say this breezy style she has. She has this very, I'm going to say easy, but I don't mean easy as in it's all it's not difficult. I mean, easy as in, relaxed, yes, yeah. She's very good at that indeed. Very good.
Yeah, so I thought of trying that because from what I gather, and I've been talking to Karen there, she actually does take them on the hoof, really.
Yeah.
And, but I think mine are all kind of a bit bobbly and jobbly and, blurred when I try doing that.
It's a style.
Yeah. Yes.
Obbly and bobbly and jobbly.
Unintentional camera movement, yes. Yes.
Have you been to Greenham before, Karen?
Yes, but considering we don't live very far away, only twice before.
Oh, where are you based?
Bracknell. Which is crazy, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but there'll be so many people that look at Londoners, for example.
Yes.
Never go further than the mile that they live in.
Yes. Yeah.
But a bit of a generalisation, I do appreciate. So what do you think of it then?
Oh, it's lovely. Nice open space. Good to have a cafe.
Yes.
Always good to have a sausage roll or a sausage sandwich. So it's good.
You're here with your husband, aren't you? Where is he?
David.
Oh, David's just back there. Yeah.
David's.
Do you photograph together?
We do generally, yes. If there's something I fancy going on, David will just join me. David really fancied doing Valerie's holiday a few years ago.
Oh, have you been on one of her workshops?
And I went along and thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah.
Did you go to Normandy or Paris? Or?
We did Paris.
Right. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
What was your favourite part of Paris? Because I visited parts of Paris I'd not seen before.
I think probably the bits that aren't well known.
Yeah.
You know, the little side streets, the Jewish Quarter. Was interesting.
Yeah. Did it help you with your street photography?
Oh yes, it did, and I've definitely got some photographs that I'm really proud of actually. And I wouldn't have thought of doing street, but it's good fun, and I like going on the tours. It's just nice to be a community, bit like this walk today.
Yeah.
You know, you can all chat, you've all got something in common to begin with, and then your conversations go here, there and everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's lovely, and she's very relaxed.
Oh, she's brilliant. And she speaks French.
Oh,
obviously.
Yes.
A massive bonus when you're finding your way around Paris.
Yes.
I felt a bit ashamed at my French.
I'm now actually taking French lessons. I'm on a Zoom French lesson course because, like you, I felt embarrassed. I thought, this isn't right. I've got to be able to say a few words, so now I can.
What next meet-up then? Let's make it Paris.
Now that is tempting.
Right, I've got some questions. There's my lens pouch of questions. Put your hand in there in the lens pouch, pull out a question, read it loud and proud for me. Here we go.
Oh, it's a long one.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
What's the one piece of advice you wish photographers would stop giving?
Stop giving? Oh, it's a rather negative one, that.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the tropes, the cliches. Put it on the third. That's one that I think, why?
Well, you see, I use the thirds.
Okay.
We've just been to Scoma, and, I've got puffins sat on the thirds, and I quite like it.
Okay. Maybe that's the wrong choice then. What about always get people looking into a frame, never out of the frame, not the other side?
Oh, that's fair enough. But if I think about my photographs, most of them are probably looking in. I'd be quite happy with that one.
Okay. Tricky one, this, isn't it?
It is really, because I think sometimes it doesn't matter what people say, you can usually take something from it, even if you put your own slant on it.
Yeah.
I think sometimes people get too complex, like the I don't know what it's called, the circle, like the snail.
Oh, I know the one. For something, an achieve of people are shouting at us now.
Yes, well,
that one. We know what we mean.
Yes, and I think, really, if it happens to fall in that and it looks good, fine by me.
All right, let me ask you a question then. Slight detour from that question. What's the one piece of advice, photographic advice, you would give yourself when you were first starting out doing this?
Just go out and photograph anything and everything and just try it all. Just give it a go. Don't think, oh, can I do it? Will it be good enough? Whatever. Just take your camera out, go and do it. Enjoy it.
Well, we're coming to the end of our walk. Oh, I tell you what, H. I was when I pulled into the car park earlier, I saw all these people and I thought, oh, who are they? My goodness, they're going to get in the... I thought, oh no, they're us. It's been a great day.
It's been a fantastic day, yes. Met all sorts of people that we've only seen on screen or not, as the case may be.
Oh, that's right, through Zoom and through the community Zoom. Yeah.
A postage stamp picture, really.
Hang on. Sound, not sound effect, real sound. Gate opening, gate closing. Here we go. Lift latch, push gate. Perfect. Right. Photography. Now, we've spoken about photography before, you and I, quite a lot. And I'm looking forward next year. This is probably a good time, actually, to do a sort of soft launch, isn't it?
It is.
Of something we're planning for next year. We'd spoken, I don't know whether we spoke in Scotland at the retreat last year, or maybe it's when I came to the, what do you call it? It's a steam show.
Steam rally.
Steam rally. When I came to the steam rally, maybe it was born from that. I had a fantastic time and it was great fun watching people so enthusiastic about traction engines, old sports cars, and then the slight left turn at the traffic light of eccentricity when it comes to a Wild West show. Not quite sure how that fitted in. And I understand that next year there's the possibility of tractor jousting.
A possibility I'm going to push for.
So we've had this idea that we want to have a more rustic weekend of, it's a workshop, stroke experience, stroke camping, stroke just being, it's a great opportunity being at a steam rally to see British life at what is at heart, I hope you won't mind me calling it a quaint affair.
Oh no, it's bonkers. It's not quaint, it's bonkers.
Well, it's bonkers, but it is typically British.
Oh, it is. It is. I mean, you can't get much stranger than a rally like that. You know, you've got traction engines, great. You can go for a ride on them around the ring. You know, steer them and all the rest of it. You can...
What, normal people can?
Yes, you've done it.
I know, but I'm not normal. So they get a chance to drive traction engines, and the thing about it that I thought was particularly interesting for a workshop about people and to continue our encounters thing was that it's a perfect place for people watching and people photography, isn't it?
Oh, God, yes. It's perfect because people don't mind you taking photographs.
Yep.
And if you're trying to get into street photography, it's a really good place to start.
Because nobody minds.
Nobody minds. And then, I mean, if you warm up with, you know, with cars and traction engines, you know, inanimate objects, if you like, go on to people slowly, great. It's just, to me, it's everything encompassed in one weekend, really.
I'm going to put the dates on the show page, but in essence, we will also have an actual page for it set up. It is a workshop. There will be an opportunity to talk in the evening about the work that you've made, and we're going to have some exercises that we set, my postcard challenges, that sort of thing. And we're going to be setting up, we've got a large area under tarpaulin, which is going to be a workshop area and classroom area, and also an area for doing portraits. We don't have a set number of places yet. We'll see on a first come first served basis who comes through on this one. You will be camping, so you need to bring your own tent or camper van. Go as posh or as or as rustic or as basic as you like. I'll be taking a 2-man tent, and I don't care. And I'm not bringing Barney because I know he'll run ragged when he hears all the traction engines. But I'll put the dates onto the show page here, and we'll have our own page for it as well. And you can hear and read all about it. I'm thoroughly looking forward to it, really am. Right, come on, pick a question out of the question pouch, the lens pouch. You're not allowed to win a famous not so famous flask because you already have one.
Which photographer, dead or alive, would you most like to take to dinner, considering you have a time capsule?
I like my time capsule questions.
Oh, well, I think it would have to be Saul Leiter.
Ooh.
Simply because he was one of the first, or his was one of the first exhibitions that I went to.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow.
Yeah.
This is what it's all about. It's not about getting everything in focus. It's about a moment. It's about a red umbrella. It's about things that I'd never thought about before.
I only recently found out that he was actually an artist.
Was he?
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't know it.
Makes two of us then.
Yeah. I've, like you, have always admired his work. In fact, it was Giles that introduced his work to me, and I love his work, but I didn't know about the artist bit.
No.
But now, when you know that, you can see how it.
Yes.
Here's a word I've recently come across through a letter, how it informs his photography.
Yeah,
Really
I get
does.
that. Yeah, no. But that would be fascinating, I think.
Now, you're an engineer.
Or so they say.
Yeah. So I'm going to extend that question. Of all the inventors of the most amazing machines, things that have made our life better, which engineer would you, people that built bridges even, which engineer would you choose to invite for dinner? Time capsule again, or time machine, so you can go back in time too.
Isn't Bard Kingdom Brunel?
I thought you might say that.
Yeah.
Do I need to ask why?
Well, he was good at putting bits of metal together and making things that worked, wasn't he?
Well,
in an age when it was not frowned upon, but it wasn't the norm.
Ships, bridges.
Yes, yeah, and I do love a good bridge.
Did you read recently that they're trying to open up the station at the bottom of what's the suspension bridge in Bristol called? Clifton, which is his, wasn't it?
Ah.
There's a station at the bottom that didn't have an engine inside that went up to the top.
Oh, is it like a funicular railway?
Yes.
I hadn't read about it, but that would be interesting.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because that's another thing that I think is fascinating.
Yeah.
Funicular railways, running on water or running very cheaply, brilliant.
Another gate, not invented by Brunel.
And so our show comes to an end. The 500th. Oof. Thank you to all those who walked with us on this special episode. And here's to the next, however many. But I want to thank those who really do keep this thing going. And there's a list of them. Lynn Fraser, who's become my travel partner in our wonderful ventures to far off and not so far off lands. Neil Ford, who is in charge of anything that plugs in, whirs and occasionally needs rebooting. You really are my wingman. I think that sounds like a film, doesn't it? To Emily Renier in the early days, and more latterly Kelly Mitchell for making sure Facebook behaves itself. And the same too to Andrea Gilpin for keeping that watchful eye over that Instagram thing. To Kelvin Brown, who is at the helm of the Flickr group. To Michael Brennan, who compiles the music of the show onto a Spotify playlist. And to Michael Mixon for research. Also, special mentions for Mally Davis, he of the trees. Jason Florio for his help and guidance through West Africa. Sean Tucker for your guidance and support. Valerie Jardin for your friendship and that wonderful adventure in Paris with your community. And Giles Penfound for being just a bloody good friend. And honestly, if it weren't for you, Giles, and your belief in my photography in those very early days, almost 2 decades ago, I might have been riding the Pinstriped Express by now, and I mean that. Plus, oh look who's outside the studio window. I mean this. Hold on. Come in, Barnes. Come into the studio. Come on, in you come. Come here. Come here. There we go. It's true, he really was at the window. My friend Barney. Sir Bark-a-lot. You are so annoying when you bark during links. You really are. But I do love you so much. And then whilst it's like Oscars night, I mean, I probably will never get to make one of these speeches in my career. I should also say thank you to Sam, my wife, who's gone with all this madness when at times she must have wondered why I was devoting so much time to something that nearly wasn't or really wasn't putting food on the table. And my two boys, Jack and Thomas, for unknowingly being the two stooges in dispatches. They never knew. Maybe one day in the future, they'll listen and they'll know then. I love you lot. There are countless others who could certainly deserve a place in this list, but we'd be here till the 1000th. Needless to say, you are all the reasons that we're still here today doing this. Community is at the heart of this show, and I really want that to grow. So here's to us doing more walks, here's to more letters from you, more pictures, more interesting conversations with guests, and more Garibaldis. So I think we need a PS, and it's part of the play-out song actually today. Now the play-out song was simple. It's one I've played before on the show by Ian Post, and a voice pops up here and there who is the PS today. This song says everything about photographing and creativity and looking through an eyepiece with wide-eyed fascination. It's called Wings of Imagination, and I think it perfectly encapsulates the feeling of this show. It's all been a bit of a dream, really, as the man is about to say. Let us fly through the wings of imagination to lands of joy and fascination, where every heart finds its own creation in this magical world we share. It really is a wondrous world of light.
In a world full of dreams, where the moonlight softly beams, there's a place where wonders gleam and nothing as it seems. Mountains high, valleys low, where the gentle breezes blow. Friends we meet and the seas we sow. Together we will grow.
Let us fly through the wings of imagination to lands of joy and fascination, where every heart finds its own creation in this magical world we share.
La la la, la la la, la la la, la 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 la. Go and dream, live the tale. We're dreaming, can't you see? In a plain filled with light, where the flowers bloom so bright, every shade pure delight, we are dancing day to night.
Let us fly on wings of sheer delight to lands where dreams ignite, where every heart finds its own sight in this wondrous world of light.
The Photowalk is a Loading Zone production.